mesdames, mesdemoiselles et messieurs, les enfants, les petits enfants, c'est comme vous allez, c'est à moi.
Quand tu donnes avec le cœur, on dit que tu es moumou. Quand tu donnes avec le dolo, on veut te tuer, laisse tomber. Aïe aïe aïe, laisse tomber. Aïe aïe aïe. Matin, midi, soir, je suis là pour réparer, je suis là pour déposer. Mais ils ont trop cassé, before midi, soir. Nami a dit décaler, un ami a dit découper. Before you want parler, if you know, you know. No, no, you know, no. I beg make you cool the temper, make you cool the temper, yeah. If you know, you know. No, no, you know, no. Make you cool the temper, I beg make you cool the temper, yeah. Quand tu donnes avec le cœur, on dit que tu es moumou. Quand tu donnes avec le dolo, on veut te tuer, laisse tomber.
Franchement, il faut laisser, laisse-toi tomber, c'est ça.
Maman, quand tu donnes avec le cœur, on dit que tu es moumou. Quand tu donnes avec le dolo, on veut te tuer, laisse tomber. Aïe aïe, laisse tomber. Aïe aïe aïe. Il parle pour parler, il parle pour parler. Il parle pour parler, il parle pour parler. Il parle pour parler, il parle pour parler. Pendant que tu parles, les autres avancent.
Okay, we'll take another shot. Okay, I'm done.
First of all, polydor. If that people like me, them kick you for your balls. Give you push, man, let make you shit inside your drawers. Make you learn sense, take I'm share out with your balls. But men that the bunk, so now you be the cross. If you make good people vex, them go broke the laws. You the win now, but tomorrow you go lost. You the win now, but tomorrow you go lost. Atanga G-Paul, Massa, massa you dog. Now your head big soul, but your brain small. Brain small, brain small, brain small, brain small, brain small. Atanga jipo, massa you dog. Now your head big soul, but your brain small. Brain small, brain small, brain small, brain small, brain small. For you, Anglophone they no get problem. For you, Bamenda get plenty road them. For you, K-Town get plenty walk them. For you, Anglo lawyer then I fool them. Paul, I swear say you the hungry. For my country talk, yourself me say hungry. I think that you don't do this just for money. If Anglo they not look on, you go sell we. Boko Haram they for they will not send bury them for Apakwa every day. When the fools finish sharp beer, smoke that they're gay. People walk past and they move on the spray. Smoke they the whole sky, plenty people don't die. Family the cry die, will not TV talk live. People start for ask why. You go by men that try. They want me to kill them, helicopter they can just fly. Atanga jipo, massa you dog. Now your head big soul, but your brain small. Brain small, brain small, brain small, brain small, brain small. Atanga jipo, massa you dog. Now your head big soul, but your brain small. Brain small, brain small, brain small, brain small, brain small.
What about Tanajipo?
Tanajipo is a stupid man. You say that? Now, come on, lawyers. Come on, come on, in what means? Why? He did it.
Paul, you be fool. The other Paul a fool. Una too dull. I don't know which one for choose. Listen to yourself. Yeah, the thing you talk for news. With your funny suit, I've been need for see your shoes. You been a lost anglophone. Now you been a francophone. Just to remain for your throne. You talk foolish on microphone. But that foolish now your own. Feel the anger from my tone. I know get your number. I'm for calling for your telephone. I know if you wait, make them sack you. Where them sack you, they go turn lock you. Where them lock you, you go start for talk true. But when that time reach, he go live for talk true. Even if you holler, like a middle yaya, write me all kind letter to Bamenda and to Buea. Paul, we go laugh, we go left you for that fire. Make you born finish like a Timaisa Daya. Atanga jipo, massa you dog. You die your head big soul, but your brain small. Brain small, brain small, brain small, brain small, brain small. Atanga jipo, massa you dog. Die your head big soul.
Hello. Can you guys hear? Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining me. My name is Ambomu, and this one Ambomu live. Thank you very much for joining me. Thank you. My setting do here, but I have a very important join with. While would still build the audience up, get ready to go. What we have to do. If that be the case, I'll try to go ahead and show some the data comment section. Let me know in the comment section. I'll go ahead and try to show some respect for the people that data comments right about now. If you want to shout you out, please go right ahead. Go right ahead. Show you the right respect where you rightfully deserve. Again, my name now Ambomu, and this one Ambomu live. Okay. All right. So let us get it going. Ladies and gentlemen. Let us get it going. Okay. Hold on. I'm all over the place. Trying to get things to work here. All right. So let us get it. All right. Okay. Give me a second. Let's go. You want to shout you out? Hashtag Ambazonia first. Hashtag Ambomu life. And we'll go right ahead and show you the rightful respect where you rightfully deserve. Hashtag Ambomu. Hashtag Ambazonia first. Hashtag Ambomu life. And hashtag MyTripToBuea. If you want, I'll go show you the respect where you rightfully deserve. and let us go. Give me about 5 more minutes, and we'll get along and get this thing on the road and just get it going. If you want to shout you out, I'll just take about 5 minutes to show some respect to it. It is a comment section. Hashtag Ambazonia first, hashtag Ambomu Life, and make sure to hit the like and share button. So if we get to business and discuss my trip to Buea with the interim president, they here right now. It's no joke. This one I just caption forget put them for watch the show. So let us go. Hashtag Ambazonia first, hashtag Ambomu Life. I'll shout you out. Let's go.
Massa, you dog. That your head big so, but your brain small. Brain small. For you, Anglophone, they no get problem. For you, Barmen, I get plenty road them. For you, Kate, I get plenty walk them. For you, Anglo lawyer, then I fool them. Paul, I swear say you the hungry. For my country talk, Joseph me say hungry. Atanga, you don't do this just for money. If Anglo, they not look at you go.
All right, Kyakum, how you day? Thank you very much, best man. Thank you very much for joining us. Shout out to you. Thank you very much for joining us. A lot of people that don't talk for you. I know be see I'm Rose. I was assume la bass. Thank you very much for joining us. Basso. Thank you very much for joining us. Okay. My people doing what they are doing. Peace, hope. Aisha, Anne. Thank you guys for joining us. Okay, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I'll just try to go ahead and make sure I get our guests right here. So please make sure you sit tight and hit the like and the share button so that if you join I'll try to take as much questions as possible because I want to try to get as much as possible out of the president as much as I can. Just from a different and a very moderate point of view. So Godwin, Dillian, thank you very much for joining us. Thank you. With that again. Okay. All right. So let us go.
I've been here for see your shoes. You've been a lost Anglophone, now you've been a Francophone. Just to remain for your throne, you talk foolish on microphone. But that foolish now your own. Feel the anger from my tone. I know get your number, I for calling for your telephone. I know if you wait, make them sack you. Where them sack you, they go turn lock you. Where them lock you, you go start for talk true. But when that time reach, we go live for talk true. Even if you holler, like a middle yaya. Right, we all can letter to Bamenda and to Buea. Paul, we go laugh, we go left you for that fire. Make you born finish like a Timaisa tire. Atanga G Paul, Massa, you dog. You die your head big so, but your brain small. Brain small. Atanga G Paul, Massa, you dog. Die your head big so, but your brain small. Brain small.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have the interim president right here. Sure that you're talking to the mic, sir. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, we have the interim president right here. And like I said, this was not a joke. This was not some ploy to try to get you guys to watch the show. As when I know very well, I did dangle between Pidgin and English every time I do my show. So if I do too much English, please don't crucify me, because we have to address a respectable person that is in the building, and this message needs to transcend and get to a lot of people. So most of the times we are going to do it in English. Is that right, sir? Okay, I think you're not.
Happy for your put everything you represent in this struggle, everything you have done to help us collectively to get to this point. We appreciate. I appreciate. On behalf of the people of Ambazonia, we want to say thank you, and we hope we have a good time answering your questions, which I know they are not usually common type. and you listen to the people all the time. So I'll be glad to take some of your questions. And I also have a lot to say to people of Ambazonia through your platform.
All right. In that case, and we need to take care of some few things. Just we'll have to cut a little bit and take care of some few things and make sure that everything is running well as it's supposed to. Okay. In that case, we don't need to take care of that anymore. All right, sir. Thank you very much for joining us and my people that are here on my platform. If you are watching this for the first time, ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching this for the first time, I'd like to tell you that this platform is not a platform that takes sides in regards of the people that are pushing the movement forward and pushing the movement to get to where we are going to, which is my road trip to Buea, and we are neutral. So with that said, sir, what is this all about? What is this all about?
Yeah, my trip to Buea is it's a fun drive for everyone who wants us to get to Buea. Now, we are not trying to get as usual. We want to do things that are urgent, things that must now change the equations from zero and to hasten our arrival in Buea. This is my commitment to the people of Ambazonia, and this is what we believe in. That, you know, I like to explain some way that, when we started from 1961, when we started struggle, because many people discovered that, and then our agitations became a struggle. But from 2016, we moved from a struggle to a fight. We started really fighting for what we believe. And then from 2017, we were still fighting, but we were fighting for survival. Fighting survival from this wicked onslaught by an enemy that has purposed to wipe us out from the face of the earth. Fighting. But I came to tell us that we not just fight to survive. When we lost the will to survive, we will all die. So we must fight to win. I say that we are raising funds for a game changer. We have to change from fighting to survive, fighting to win. We must win. This is now.
In that case, I'm saying that this is for a game changer. How would you explain to the people how this money will be invested, or how this money will help us bring us to Buea? And are you assuring the people that this is the game changer? Because we've from the beginning, or from the time this got popular, because at times it wasn't popular, from the time it became a popular idea till now, we've seen a lot of things happen. So how is this a concrete way, or how is this money going to be invested in such a way that this will guarantee our way to Buea, as the theme of this is?
Last time when I made my speech nation, I got one thing. I told you that I will not be obliged to tell people of Ambazonia everything I will do, especially divulge my winning strategy.
But I think there should be a way, like a roadmap of what it is that you're doing, or a timeline. Not necessarily a timeline, because things can change within time, but there should be. I'm talking in terms of roadmap and investment in how this money can be invested.
Yeah, that is still the trap question, because I can't answer that question very well without divulging what I consider confidential.
Okay.
survival of our people. In fact, the protection of our people. When I receive when I hear the recordings, when I see the statistics, I see that the United Nations High Commission had projected that by the end of the 1 year, we may have 1 million refugees.
Wow.
Nigeria. When I consider that more than 500,000 of our people are now surviving in bushes, some are pregnant, some are sick in the bush. And I consider that about 15 villages have been razed down, burned. I think that more are still going to be burned down because this is their scorched earth strategy to wipe us out. This is genocide going on. When I consider how many are wounded and how much we are struggling to support people in hospitals and some we cannot reach, you know what? We can't continue to contain this epidemic, this genocide. We can't contain it. All our strategies have been to contain. It must stop. I can't tell you anymore. We are going to go into the strategies that must stop this. We must stop it. Okay. We have the will, and if we give us this money, that is the way. If there is the will, and we have the means, every strategy that the best of our advisors have able to be considered. And that is why we need it urgently, because the enemy is working overtime. You see, no matter how I speak in codes, the enemy understands my language. It's just some of our people who are joking, who think that it's a joke. Oh. And the enemy is working very hard to make sure that we don't get to that point.
Oh, saying that, that brings me to a point where I wanted to ask you if our people totally understand the need to match the aggression that our enemy has right now, and what took the interim government so long to be able to match that same aggression, or understand that whatever they're saying or whatever they're doing, the enemy is looking at it in a different way and it's coming at us in a different way. And if 2 million is what we need to get to Buea that easily, I would say that easily, because right now it's 2 million. I get you to Buea. Why is it taking so long for us 56 years for us to get to this position?
We have had in the struggle stage I just described. There have been a lot of lip service. Some people, Ambazonians, till now did not even believe that, not even consider it winning struggle. So they paid lip service. And before I answer my question, can you put on the screen, please, put all what is happening? Place it right there. MyTripToBuea.com. If not, they would think that I came here for
okay. Nah,
and then
if anybody, I have like moderators, they'll put it and pin it right on top of the comment section. Anybody that is the moderators, please make sure that you pin the MyTripToBuea website right there so people can see it and understand. That was something else.
Also, you can text those who are in the Americas. Evenings. Can text MyTripToBuea in capital letters, capital letters joined as one word, MyTripToBuea, to the number 4144, and the website will be open. Pay the money. This is not IG. Official website, and the payment portal will open. I can leave here with a couple of thousands, match our target, then I will be encouraged.
Okay.
Now, it took us this long because every revolution also has an every revolution is an evolution. It starts from somewhere and then it starts evolving until it gets to the optimum point. I think we are at the optimum point right now. I've lost a lot of people have died, so on, but until it gets to the optimum point, that's when people can really commit, not just their soul and their body, not just who they are, but what they have. So it was not easy for the leadership to make such bold pronouncement and get a following, and even some formed government went to nowhere because no follow. Because the people, many of us were still somewhere like little children. We did not know what they were fighting for. Today, thanks to your participation, work of social media, for people like you, knowledge has spread like wildfire. People have understood what used to be the knowledge of a few. Now everybody knows the problem. And then the stupidity of the enemy has added added fuel to the problem. So the people have quickly learned we were duped, that we are slaves in that we were slaves in that nation. And so it became very easy to mobilize. And also even our mobilization has been from one step to another. We started by street protests, and then we were asking for federation, and they said we are nobodies. What are we going to do if they don't give it to us? What will you do? And then they beat us up and robbed us and so on, and arrested some people, arrested lawyers, beat them up. From there, we moved to massive street demonstrations. And what did they do? They send their talks called bees and arms. They beat us up, killed, shot people with live bullets, hundreds, right? And then the people, we are evolving. We get to the point where we say, if we fight, if we don't fight, they will. That's the truth now. Okay. But if we do something, we might win. I came to tell you, our strategies won't divulge in this. There are strategies, winning strategies, that we must put in place now because of the urgency. Put them all now. 2 million, somebody was trying to calibrate what we want to do. 2 million is a start. Because what will happen will galvanize an energy that we have never seen in this struggle. So it wouldn't even be 2 million only, because we will get every money that we need. See that our journey is further.
Okay, talking about galvanizing energy, what is being done by way of right now, as things are happening? I know that we are trying to raise money, or the MyTripToBuea is raising money to completely take us there right now. Yes. What is done in terms of what is done right now? Because every day, and I believe a lot of people that watch every day when we go online, we see things that are happening, and horrible things that are happening to the people of Southern Cameroon or Ambazonia. What is being done by way of right now while waiting for the 2 million? What is done by way of right now to be able to make sure that our people maintain some kind of balance on what is going on right now while waiting for people to make the donations for the donations of 2 million?
Of course, government is trying to do, has been doing business. What I mean by that, the legal defense, money, help our comrades who were detained and our leaders in spend much money. Some of them were had to still have 100,000 known different prison cells, and some of them because some are taking, some are not. A good majority of them don't.
I have a friend that is in jail.
Yeah, they're not taking. So, but some of them that go to court, and so we have a legal defense trying to give them where it is relevant, because they have soon also discovered that these people are in an illegality. French Cameroon, They are operating in illegality. They are doing everything in illegality. So don't even intend that the law will help anybody. So want to change strategy. They are also containing the troubles of 63,000, close to 100,000 now counting in Nigeria. We are trying to see how to help medical, food. Many people living out of their pockets have contributed, and the IG forefront trying to help, trying to give them shelter, trying to give them mattresses, items, and so on. And as the rains are coming, we're trying to see how we can contain some of their sufferings, giving them shelter, police, things like that. So we are also doing government as usual, trying to reach to international communities and some friends, and trying to make our case. So I call that government as usual. And there is also action going on. Many who have decided to, if they don't fight, they will die. But if they fight, they may, and they succeed. So we have made sure that we have, I made a call that all those involved in protecting Ground Zero should come together. And I was very happy by the results that a good majority, about 90% of them, decided to come together to work in collaboration. They did not dissolve their identities, but now they work in collaboration, and they all endorse the IG. So they endorse the IG. They are working independently. They have their own leadership. They have their own chairman. And everything. All the chiefs of staff of those organizations that are protecting our community decided to come together. Surprisingly, some comrades have not come in yet. It's a shock to me because I reached out. I went out of my way to make sure that this happens because this is the right way to go. So these are the things we are doing. These are what I summarize as a struggle of fighting to contain the mess. We will not end this battle just fighting to contain the mess. Then we should be preparing for 1 million refugees in 1 year time. If you are spending $50 a day for 1 million refugees, you need $500,000 a day. That's not where we are going, just to help our own who are dying. No, we want to do what it takes to get us to Buea and stop this. That is my assignment.
Okay. In terms of, I just want to remind people that the MyTripToBuea website is down, and I pinned the comment by Boya Bamenda. The link is down in the comment section if you want to make donations, and also you can text MyTripToBuea as one word to 4144 to make a donation to the trip to Buea. That is why the president is here, to talk to you guys and be able to answer some few questions that we have. Okay, I want to dive into this part of money. A lot of people, and if you look at it, a lot of times, if you look at it, when I'm doing my live stream, especially on my platform, and I mention something that has to do with money, accusations come from people from different sides. And first of all, I'll first of all ask this question, and then I'll follow up with what I have to say. What is being done by way of neutralizing the online environment? Because we know that it's a very hostile environment, right, as it is, especially with the people in the diaspora. What is being done from the government side to try to talk to the people that support the government versus the people, because clearly there are people that don't support the government. Mm-hmm. What is being done by way of, okay, let's try to neutralize this so our people can see the bigger picture of what it is? Because I noticed that from past few weeks, it's been fighting words, or like cheeky words thrown from both sides. what is being done right now to be able to neutralize that so we can be able to coexist and just understand each other and respect each other in this online environment? And I'll follow the next.
The internet is a marketplace. So everybody is there, the good, the bad, and the ugly. We prosecuted this struggle since 2016 as a social media, on the social media. So that has offered us a lot of training. By now, Southern Cameroons, they can listen to everyone, but they are not stupid. Ambazonians, they can listen because when they go on social media, they see all the mess. They read everything, but they are not stupid. They know who represent them. That's why nobody can derail this struggle. Nobody. Because they are not stupid. You can write whatever you want to write. You can castigate whoever you want to castigate. They have a filter already. After 2 years of doing this, they already have a filter. When they read your stuff, sometimes at the end of it, they throw you away. And so I can rest assured that what we are doing resonates with the will of the people, with the desire of the people. And that's our strength, because I know that it hits the nerve of the Ambazonian. Anybody who wants to discourage this is an enemy of our victory. I don't care if the garment he puts on.
Okay, this is what I was driving to. I'm talking about in terms of words from both sides just being traded, in terms of just trying to. I don't want to.
I understand.
Really, yeah, but what is being done so that doesn't happen? Because if as a government, there is words being said that is going to cause a storm, or as an organization, or the other organization throwing words that's going to cause a storm, of course people are going to pick up on that and run on it. So my question was addressing that so that doesn't happen anymore. Is that being addressed? Is that something that your government is looking at to make sure that this doesn't happen again?
Yeah, we are, as a government, we are held to a higher level of.
That's exactly what I was trying to.
Nobody in the government does things anyhow. When you do, we have cabinet meetings we are not all friends because we're in the government. We work together because we agree on one thing, our goal. So when we come to those meetings, you don't have the monopoly to just do anything you want. You are held to account the things you have done on behalf of the government, because you're representing us. And so many of those things are corrected. Oh, here and there could be some flaws some people might notice, but I tell you the truth, they are not going unnoticed, and they're not going unattended. We always call ourselves to order, especially to abide by our own code of ethics. We have a code of ethics in the government. When people write and they create stories, some are lies, and we don't have a way to reply. For example, I was on social media with you. We were doing a great job, and I usually would take down anyone who wants to come, maybe trying to misrepresent the struggle or say things that are not right. Take them down seriously. I make my series of programs and address the issues. But right now, a lot of the people know that I don't have that capacity again. Right. So now they have a free hand. They can just publish anything. The AIP is a CPDM and nobody answers them. So, and when people say it over and over, they think they hear every day. They go to social media. That's the first thing they say. So maybe it's true. AIP is now CPDM. When did it become CPDM? For the 1 year and a half that it was leading Common Sense show, that's when it became CPDM, or now. See? So, but because they have the liberty, and I use this opportunity as the president of everybody to tell us that we have to be responsible. Because you have a keyboard and you have a phone and you are doing it with a pen name or a fake profile, does not give you the liberty to just write anything. You should know that whatever you do, you will be held accountable one day, because this is a struggle to win. you make sure that whatever you are writing, whatever you are saying, makes a plus and not a minus.
Right. In that case, would you agree with me that there is some certain level of downness when it comes to the struggle, like the level of pushfulness that people has gone down? What is the government doing in terms of really getting the people back on their feet? Because we are fighting, let's say the government is fighting on two different fronts, trying to get the people to understand what it is that they are supposed to fight, they are fighting for, and fighting an enemy that has been there for 56 years. What is the government doing in terms of really just making the people wake up and just understand that they have to constantly do this over and over and not just depend on them to just do it?
You see, there is this notion that the struggle has died down. So people want to say so, or to project for the attack. They're sharpening some attacks about IG, so as to make a point. Yeah, it's something that does not make sense. We are all in this struggle together, so everybody can answer that question. The IG doesn't have a magic wand that it puts out there and makes sure it controls everybody. The struggle is in our spirit. So that everybody can answer that question. What has happened? Now, the struggle has died down? No. In every agitation, there is fatigue. Fatigue kicks in at any time. Go anywhere, whether it's a popular demonstration, watch it progress. There's a moment of fatigue. Now, at that moment of fatigue is also a moment of reflection. You say, what do I need to do differently? What do I need to double down on? What do I need to accelerate? What do I need to call? How now? So here's the thing: a struggle is alive in every spirit of every Ambazonian. The struggle is alive. If those people, if they can burn people's houses, have no houses, and right in the forest, they are still calling me and telling me that we shall get to Buea. So it's the enemy that thought that if I can burn their villages, I can bring them on their knees, then they will renounce this thing. Right in their village. Some of you have seen the videos. People are talking right from the forest where they are hiding, telling you this cannot continue. They are not broken. They are not discouraged. Their resolve has instantly increased. If there's any time in this struggle when the people are resolved to die fighting or to live and enjoy the victory, is now. That is, the enemy knows that very well. So the only thing we need to do is to galvanize. Here, what causes fatigue? We have been demonstrating. The people demonstrated, and the purpose of the massive demonstration was to push the international community to change their position, to consider our petitions,
right,
to see that there is an informal referendum already. But we did all that. Where did it end? So when people are come to a place of reflection and there is fatigue, there are many reasons. Nobody is to blame. They are trying to say, should we continue demonstrating? Should we continue writing? We have more than hundreds of letters with the United Nations. Should we write another 101? So it comes to a point where that's where detractors will look at it and say, there is fatigue now. The thing is, they will not call it fatigue, as I've said. They will say, this thing is not working. IG is failing. That's why everybody is discouraged and they don't like IG. So let's scatter this thing.
Right.
That is what detractors say. But in reality, the people are fired up. Why are they fired up for MyTripToBuea? Because they know that finally there is a strategy on my table. Or there is a strategy on my table, and I can assure you, and that's why I called it my covenant with the people. We have to fight it now or never. That's it.
Would you say that's the reason why there's a change of stance for the government?
We naturally evolved to that point because the government too has been changing La République, French Cameroon have been changing their methods. They were never burning our villages. Now that's what they do, is the commonplace. When they burn it, they go and drink their tantroa and they are celebrating. So we just burn one more village. and then people, children, 2 years, 3 years, 3 months old are in the forest. And they're happy.
Right.
So they have changed. They are now on genocide 101. And the people know that these people have come to all. When they finish with those on ground zero, then they will continue in the diaspora to kill the voices. That's what they will do. Now, before they get there, let us do whatever our brains can conceive, whatever strategy in the book, whatever we can do with whatever strength we might muster to fight it now and win now, or we lose.
Oh, all right. That's true. I believe that the people back home still have high spirits, and when it comes to things like the frontline leaders and stance of defense, what is the interim government doing to really get together and defend the land as understanding? I wouldn't say come together as one, because this seem to be something far-fetched. That not far-fetched. I'm never saying never, but I'm saying, what is it that the interim government is doing in terms of just getting everybody on the same page to be able to defend the land, or the frontline leaders to be able to defend the land as it is? Because we do see that, like you just said, burning down of villages, raping of women, killing of an autistic. I don't know if that's a very good way of describing the person, but please forgive me if I'm making anybody mad. But killing of an autistic kid and things like that, these things still persist. So what is the interim government doing in terms of just getting everybody together and making this like a one-line stop for the Republic government not to make their way in?
I think in strategic lines, having spent time observing and analyzing this revolution before destiny brought me to this, as I said yesterday, I still say that I am an independent. I have not militated in any group. None. No one. Don't have a membership. I've never had a membership in any political group. In outside. Even when I was back home, I was with the press. From the press, you have a vantage position to analyze, and never been part of any political party, not even. I was there writing. So I've been outside watching. In this revolution, I took that position. Looking from outside, and I analyzed so much. By the time I got here, I have known a lot of what is wrong. I have understood a lot of what could be done. When I came in, I did not assume, made sure that I listened. Spent some time listening, and some people said it's inaction. It's better for you to say nothing than to start talking, then you say everything I said was it. Because you didn't take time to study what you're about to talk about. Right. So I listened, and then like for the self-defense, the government was not very, first IG did not want to talk about self-defense. The problem was that they did not find a way of talking about it because of the strong presence of former philosophers, CNC, that overweighed on philosophy, that argue, force of argument, force.
Right.
That is the philosophy that governed. So when the IG was formed, even when they created the OD, they still did not even want to talk about it. They did not find a convenient way of talking about it and still pursue the objectives that we all have of getting to pursuing diplomacy and at the same time promoting self-defense. So that's the area I wanted us to talk about. I said, what if self-defense a right? If it is a right, then we have to do it right.
Correct.
The only thing we have to do is to find out how to do it right. Because it's a right, it cannot be a right and at the same time is illegal or illegitimate or terrorism. No, it's a right. Therefore, let us sit and find out how to do it right. And if it is a right, then it should be promoted. All the rights, all the human rights are promoted, right?
Right.
So if self-defense is a right, it should be promoted. And those who are promoting it are not to become criminals. So I now decided to call all the self-defense groups. I convened the meeting. I made it possible for all of them to be reported to the place. It was a conclave. I reached out to every group, major group on Ground Zero, making sure that all the community groups that are helping to defend our territory are come together so that I can listen to them. In fact, today they just sent me their recommendation. But 4 major groups are Tigers, the MG, the SCDF, the Ambazonia Restoration Army, ARA. But I reached out. I even bent backward to ADF and Sokadev. They are still on the fence, promising to have some more meetings. But these ones that came, and I made sure that Ambazonia has experts in this field, experts that are paid by nations. So let these experts come, and let them listen to them, and so that we can help them to do it right, because it's the right, so that we can do it right. Instead of shying away from it, let us know how to do it right within the law.
Right.
So that has happened. And they have all agreed in their resolution that let the IG handle the funding for all of them, so that there is accountability, so that there is coordination, so that we avoid acts of criminality that pass for self-defense that the enemy will want to use, so that we avoid infiltrations. So they decided to come together under the umbrella called Ambazonia Self-Defense Council.
Has this been established?
It is already established.
Okay.
So from tomorrow, the communique will be out. They just sent it to me now. They have established it.
Breaking news.
So they have established it, and there is perfect coordination and expertise injected. And the enemy who has been going about killing our people, wearing them uniforms, doing a lot of things, kidnapping people, exactly what is happening, and that person will report for all the groups on Ground Zero.
Okay. So is that so for while saying that, is that something that right now the IG would interim government will distance itself from all the kidnapping? Is that what your government is doing? Is distancing itself from all this kidnapping and claiming of things that is going on back home?
You know, we want to make sure that there's perfect coordination, so that the enemy is doing a lot of things, and some of us, because of the anger that we have, because of the suffering and the torment, we tend to go online and begin to like anything we see. When we hear that somebody just comes and say, we have killed somebody, you see a lot of like, that's good. It's actually expressing their anger.
Right.
Now, and people, they will take all that. They say, don't you see, these Ambazonians are killers. They are killing people like this. Meanwhile, that act that act was perpetrated by La Republic agents. Now they have, with us divided, they have the opportunity to create their own groups. infiltrate the communities, carry out acts of criminality, and then in our anger, we begin to shout, yeah, that's good. And now, meanwhile, the reason for that, because they will make sure it is covered on camera and video, and they will say, okay, look at what Ambazonians are doing. Now, when we coordinate, there is no action that happens that is not known to everybody. And so what our spokesman will say, it reflects exactly what happened on the ground. And we'll be able to identify and vet any group, that so-called group, that's going to claim responsibility or say that they have this or they have that.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to make your donations, the link is down below. www.mytriptoBuea.com, and also make sure you text My Trip to Buea to the number 4144 to make your donations while the interim president is here answering questions. I want to also say that the phone lines is also open, 304-941-5719. I'll be ready to take calls while I still have some few questions that I'm asking the president. If you have anything that I didn't cover by way of just asking questions right now, even though I still have some, I would like to take your call and direct it to the president so you can be able to answer your questions.
Wait, let me make this appeal to my folks, my brothers and sisters. This is what you can do as a plus. Remember, this drive is not some kind of IG drive. This is for the people of Southern Cameroon. Liberty has no color. We want to take us to Buea, and that's our promise is liberty, and it has no color. It is not a political call. This is a call to freedom. So this is a call by the people of Ambazonia. So this is what you can do. Go to your WhatsApp. There are many groups. Take the link, www.MyTripToBuea.com, and send it to somebody. Send it to all the contacts, on all your contacts in WhatsApp and all the groups on WhatsApp. Just send it to them with an appeal. Write a short appeal, because our land has been besieged. We are dying. They are killing us. Rwanda 102 is taking place in Cameroon. We want to go back to our country. Make that pitch and send that link. Ask for any help. See, and then also you can share it on Facebook. You have a Facebook page and you don't have anything on My Trip to Buea with the number for my text information about. Text this number to My Trip to Buea. Text My Trip to Buea to this number and make us a donation. Any amount can help us. You have to have it on your Facebook. Please do so now. And also on Twitter, if you have a Twitter handle, make sure you take your message there. If you have an email groups, go to your email now, get the contact, copy it and send. Get the link, copy it and send. Whoever clicks on that link and decide to give us money, he has taken us one step sooner to Buea than later. Then also, those of you who are doing blogs, you are a blogger, don't say it doesn't concern me. That is their message. Take it there that you are making a contribution. If you are doing a Facebook live for anything, make sure, remember to put My Trip to Buea under the pin it somewhere there. That's your own support. That's your own contribution to take us to Buea sooner than later.
Ambomu Live.
Hello?
Yes, Ambomu Live.
Yes, good day, Ambomu Live.
Good day. How are you doing today?
I'm good.
Go ahead with your question.
Joshua, I prefer to remain anonymous as far as my last name is concerned. I'm calling from Motombolombo.
Ah, that is my place. That's where I grew. I grew up in Motombolombo. You don't know what it means.
I have a few concerns with what His Excellency is doing. First of all, I want to appreciate the wonderful initiative that he's undertaken in My Trip to Buea. And the way he markets it, in a way that is so wonderful He has not made it an ID thing. He has made it an Ambazonia thing. So the question I wanted to ask him, we heard many bloggers online say that, and this lady, Jennifer of ARC, she said that she has reached out to His Excellency. Has His Excellency talked back to Jennifer? And what is His Excellency doing to talk to ARC so that there is some kind of collaboration and we can easily get this money that His Excellency wants us to raise by MyTripToBuea? So that is the concern that I have. Has His Excellency talked back to ARC? Because Jennifer from ARC says that they have reached out to you. What is the level of cooperation? Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Told me that she would like to talk with me. Probably that is in out. But I don't know. But somebody who knows me probably and who knows her probably should have made that possible, because it is difficult for two strangers to call and then start telling the person, this is the man, I am this and that, and who knows. So that has not been properly done. But this is what I did. After they had their conference, in fact, before even they had a conference, the only person I knew that I was very close to, who was within the area that I am, was Comrade Buea. So I reached out to him in a private conversation before the conference, because I was still just a few hours in my office as the president. So I reached out to him to greet him and to tell him, well, I am not against meeting you, having a platform, and I will be interested in your resolutions whenever you discuss. I'll go forward. I had a conversation with him, but what did he do? He recorded my conversation. I'm sorry, I have to say this. He recorded my conversation, which was not intended for a third party, and then took the conversation to the ARC meeting and then broadcasted it to everybody. I have never done that to anybody. I'm not even embarrassed, because the things I say in private, I can also say them in public. So I don't think I made any outrageous statement. But that was very disingenuous, because I never intended to talk to a third party when I was talking to him. What if I said, comrade, I have some things heavy in my heart, and I decided to share some deep things to him? The next day I would have heard them on television. Okay, after the conference, I didn't hold it there. I still reached out, and I didn't make that conversation. I didn't rebuke. I still reached out to Comrade Buea. I said, so what happened? How was the conference? He said, oh yeah, we did a lot of things. We went to State Department and so on. And there was a resolution. Have you read it? I said, no, I've not yet read it. I saw it online. Had a conversation. I don't know if that one too was recorded. So I asked for something. I asked a question. I don't have it. I don't have it on record. So I may paraphrase it. I hope I say everything the way I said it. I asked him a question. What do I need to do to end your collaboration? So, because he told me that he's not interested to be in government and things like that, he had made his position clear. So I asked a question: what do I have to do to end your collaboration? So he asked me the question that, do I consider that as a mandate to go to my other leaders in ARC so that I can bring you an answer? I say, yes, sir. I don't know when that conference was held. Count a few days after we discussed. Till today, I've not got a response. So somebody says somebody tried to reach me. I had somebody who was there to facilitate, if he was not the leader, who was a co-founder, who would have facilitated it. He has not come back to me, not even a call, not even a text message.
But did you try to reach back to him, sir?
What do you expect from me? I will bend backward until I break. I have done everything. You know, humility is not stupidity.
Right.
So just what I did was insufficient. I did all I could, and if every time you try to make try to make an advance, and it's like people are pushing you back, I'm not collaborating because anybody is indispensable. I'm collaborating because it's the right thing to do. So I should not be treated as if I'm begging.
Right.
The IG is not begging for collaboration. Right. We are only collaborating because it's the right thing to do. So when we extend our hand for collaboration, and I do it sometimes to the disapproval of many people who think I'm wasting my time, and then I come back with zero in things like this, they laugh. They say, "We told you this thing can't work. It has not worked, and it can't work with these people." So here is the atmosphere they have created. So sometimes I don't know what they need by collaboration. If you need collaboration, it has to be deliberate. And I have made deliberate efforts. I have sat in personal meetings with people who some people will say, "Is that possible?" Some I could not reach for hours. Personal meetings to make sure that we can find an area of collaboration. That has been my theme since I came to the office. See, Ambazonians are not stupid. They know who wants collaboration, who doesn't want.
All right.
So,
in that case, if we keep talking about this, I know that there are like so many. We're just trying to cram a lot of things in like 1 hour, 30 minutes. I just want to get to other people. Sorry if I'm cutting you off, sir. I'm just trying to get to other people. Ambomu Live. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, Ambomu Live.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, good evening, His Excellency Sako, and good evening, my brother Ambomu.
Hey, how you doing?
No, I'm fine, thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm glad because I've done my own my trip to Canada.
yes.
I did that yesterday, so I'm glad I have to call and appreciate the initiative of His Excellency Sako.
Yes.
Okay. Hey, can you please turn down the volume of what you're watching the show on, please?
Thank you very much. The people of on behalf of the people of Ambazonia, we say thank you because we are getting.
Yeah. So one thing
that he's not interested to be in government and things like that. He has made it clear.
Turn down the volume of the device you're watching the show on, sir, so we can hear you loud and clear, please.
Think the formation of
hello. 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 Hello.
Under the
okay. Hello.
President Sako.
Yes, sir.
We've been struggling and crying.
Okay. You have to call back, sir. Please, you have to call back. I can't do that. Ambomu Live. Okay. With that said, please, when you're calling, make sure that you have your the device you're watching the show on. Just turn it down so we can be able to hear you. Because when you call and there's noise playing from the background, it's hard for the president to hear you, and it's hard for me to hear you. It just makes everything look really, really crazy. So please turn down the volume of the device you're watching the show on. And please make sure as you're watching and trying to ask questions to the interim president, MyTripToBuea is the number you should be texting to 4144. Be able to make your contributions and to go to www.mytriptobuea.com to make contributions. Ambomu Live.
Good evening, bro, and good evening, Mr. President.
Good evening, comrade.
Yes,
Okay,
I'm very happy.
first, before you talk, please turn down the volume of the receiver, please.
Yes, the volume is down already.
Okay. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, I'm greeting my president and you, the Dexter. I'm very happy for this program, and I'm praying even now and after. Let this type of relationship continues because it's a good beginning.
It is.
Thank you.
What is your question, sir?
No, I have no question. I just want to appreciate because if I've called this TV 20 times, all the times I used to call most, I used to talk about unity in defense against La Republic, unity. because for me, that is very, very important. I want to say it's a good start. And I thank him for trying to call it. They are children. So he's like the father to us. It's his duty to call the house together. So I thank him and I beg. He said he will not bend his back until it breaks. Please, sir, try and bend again. It's not for them. It's for us, because there are some who are there to destroy. Try and keep on bending. It's for us. Everybody is suffering because of that, and everybody is praying for the same thing. So please, I beg you to keep on trying to call them. Even if you beat a child with your two hands, when the child is trying to run away, you still hold him back and give the child advice. Do your own, and God will do the rest. That is my contribution. I'm very, very happy for this. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Very, very great talk. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anything you want to add to that?
Yes. I discussed with one of the leaders for about 2 hours in person, face to face. I did not get the yes I needed, but we agreed to meet again. I will still do so. But let the love of country be first.
Right.
Because that is what will give us, can enable us to get to common ground sooner than.
Right.
Because the thing, that is what unites us. It's bigger than what unites us. So if we focus on what unites us, we'll quickly agree and send a right signal to ground zero. That is my heart. Because I want us to reach Buea all in one, not in pieces. Because as I told one of the leaders, I say, you know what? If we don't want to collaborate now, we shall meet in Buea. It will be difficult to learn collaboration when we get to Buea. Yes. Because we might have a country, but we will not have a nation. And I don't want it to be like, if I have this mandate, I want to do my best. Thank you for the advice.
Right. 304-941-5719. That's the number you should be calling. And when you call, please turn down the volume of the receiver. Again, text MyTripToBuea to 4144, one word, MyTripToBuea 4144, to be able to make donations, and go to www.mytriptobuea.com. Be able to make your donations to the cause that the president is here to discuss. I also want to ask you, while we're waiting for people to make calls, has there been any kind of breakthrough when it comes to diplomacy?
Yeah, diplomacy is something that is very delicate, and you never know, you never get to know what is going on. Because even in our cabinet meetings, we don't allow for open reports. Even they are always in writing on because of the nature of this conflict. Those people who are helping you don't want others to know that they are helping you. Those people who want to help you, they don't want their friends to know they are helping you, because they might like you, but their friends don't like you. So we don't talk about all that. But I want to say that the proof of the pudding is in the eating. We have made a lot of inroads, but I don't consider it a breakthrough, because if there's a breakthrough, we would have had groundbreaking news for everybody concerning relationship with the United Nations, concerning the restoration, the accreditation or recognition by certain organizations and certain nations. But we are making significant inroads, which are not good. Because
all right, Ambomu Live.
Hey.
Hello. Is this Aluta?
Ambomu. Yes. Aluta speaking.
Go ahead, brother.
I want to thank the President visiting us today. Mr. President, you're welcome to Ambomu Live Show.
Thank you.
My name is Elvis Aluta. I'm one of the members of Ambomu Live. I am calling today to talk about the main reason why we're holding this show today. which is to raise funds for a project known as MyTripToBuea. The interim government has got the responsibility to give confidence to Southern Cameroonians, be it those that are standing with the interim government and those who are against the interim government. I believe we have Southern Cameroonians who don't even want to listen to what the interim government will say just because they don't belong with them, they belong someplace else. So I want to understand or asking if there is something that the interim government can do, because staying silent on something, when I talk about something, being silent on, I'm talking about the division that is going on among Southern Cameroonians. There is a lot of division as compared to before when this struggle started. Southern Cameroonians were all acting as one person, but now it's like we are being separated into fractions. So when we are talking about raising funds and we have some other fractions of Southern Cameroonians who will not contribute because they don't belong, I think the interim government has a responsibility to bring these people to understand that this struggle is for Southern Cameroons and not for some personal interest. So here is my question. What is the interim government doing to solve this problem of division among Southern Cameroonians and make this struggle a one-man struggle as it was before?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, Aluta. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your question, Aluta. Here's the thing. The interim government has never said that they don't recognize the group. Never. But I hear some people say, we don't recognize the interim government. And some people even say that the interim government does not exist. It's a figment of imagination. Imagine that like me sitting here like this, I'm a figment of imagination. I don't exist. Now, if you can believe that is true, and let us assume that is true, how do you collaborate with somebody that you have not first accepted that he exists? So how do you talk of, what do you mean by collaborating? Can a human being collaborate with a spirit? There cannot be a collaboration between two. One exists, the other one does not exist. So those kind of rhetorics, when people say things that you don't believe in, you just say, let me say it like that so it makes sense. But it's total nonsense. You are asking for collaboration from somebody and you have made a public statement that that person does not even exist. He is a figment of imagination. So we have to come out from that. You're making the job of the interim government, because everybody expects the interim government to do something, but there are people that we have to call to order. Ambazonians, this revolution is your revolution. The interim government is just representing you. It is the people. We are representing the people. That's why at any time we listen to the people and we want to do what the people want. But this revolution belongs to the people. We should be able to call people to order. People who are saying one thing and doing something else. How can you say you want collaboration and you say the other person does not exist? If the other person does not exist, you collaborate with who? So the starting point of collaboration is to accept that all of us have come to stay. If anybody is dreaming that we shall only, something can only be good when AGC is no more existing, or Sogadev is not, SYL is not existing, or Morris is not existing, then that's when we can come back now, and there will be, and then even the IG is no more existing. When it's dissolved, then we can now exist. It's a lie. All these have come to stay. We have to accept it. That's a reality, unchangeable. The only thing we have to work on now is how to come together with our diversities, because there's one thing that we all agree on. So how can we work together even in our diversity? Now, and I was saying yesterday, the IG is not a group, because it is the only organization that has all the groups and non-group members represented. I was not in a group, but I'm now the president. I was not in any group. No one day, not even for one day, did I attend one meeting by any group. But I'm now the president. So this can only be possible with the government. Every other group has its membership, has its constitution, has his board of directors and everything. That's what it is. The government does not have board of directors. We represent all Ambazonians. So if somebody wants disunity, he will stand completely against the government, because there's no other organization like the government that can bring everybody, their organization notwithstanding. In the government, we have people from Morris. In the government, we have people from every SCNC, and non-organizational members who are in the government. If we want to destroy this is a revolution, for crying out loud. For us to say that, no, there was supposed to be a popular vote. What do you mean by voting in a revolution?
That is not physically possible.
Then you go to ground zero and call those mothers to go there to the internet to go and vote. So you see, we have to be realistic. I told somebody, a leader in this struggle, I said, the sooner you recognize that you and I have come to stay in this revolution, the better, so that we can collaborate, period. That's the only option we have. And I'm saying that when you are giving money, you are giving for a cause. You are not just giving to a people. Some people are giving money to a people. I challenge you, don't give money to a people. Give money for a cause. In as much as you have to consider the people, because you know that you want accountability, right? But your overwhelming purpose should be for a cause and not a people. If what I am bringing to you, going to Buea, putting the strategies with all that we have been able to galvanize on ground zero and in the diaspora, the expertise and the counsel we have, if I say this is what we need for us to accelerate our arrival in Buea, you are giving for a cause. You are not even giving to IG. You are giving for a cause. That's why it even has a different website, so that just to put it in your mind that you are not giving it to IG. It's not going to carry on the routines that the IG is occupied with. This one is for a special project to accelerate our arrival to Buea, to match the enemy in all that he's doing to keep us as slaves. It must stop, and this is the time.
All right. One or two more calls, and I have few more questions. What is being done by way of our leaders that were abducted in Nigeria? What is being done in terms of making sure that we know their whereabouts? Well, we know where they are, where they say they are.
Yeah.
But what is being done by way of getting them out, and what role does Falena, I think that's his name, Falena, plays in all of this? Mr. Falena.
Yeah, yes.
Barrister.
Yes.
Barrister Falena plays
senior advocate. And the barrister.
Yes.
I want to give honor to
yes, right.
Two of them. This matter is complicated. It now involves two countries. It involves Nigeria and Cameroon. Legally speaking, we should require our people from Nigeria, because they are the ones we have got confirmation from third parties like United Nations High Commission for Refugees. They saw them in Nigeria, so they were arrested. So legally speaking, we should require Nigeria to bring, because there's no law that allowed them to. So that's one phase of the battle. Should we continue fighting there so that we will force Nigeria to go and bring them from Cameroon? That's one possibility. We have spent much money, and we are still spending to make this possible. And we are able to secure the release of the two that remain in Nigeria and did not go to Cameroon by the same lawyers, Lawyer Abdul and Barrister Falana. But for the rest who are purportedly taken to Cameroon, as confessed according to the confession of Mr. Chiroma, and other confirmations from some local radios and television stations, even France 24, that they have our leaders in Yaoundé. So we decided it is a little tricky because you start a legal option when a case goes to court, or when a case at least has a file. You know,
right?
We got about 15 lawyers fully engaged as lead attorneys, and about 50 other lawyers pending the day of they will appear in court. And they have been to Yaoundé to file for representation. That's what you have to do as a lawyer. You file for representation in the president of the military tribunal or court, whatever they call it. And then when you have done that, you can now, you are giving legal representation of the detainees. Then you are now authorized by law to see them wherever they are, to have to and prepare for their appearance in court. That La République, whatever they have done, this is what they have done. They have made sure that there's no case file anywhere, because they were told that they cannot accept their representation, their application for representation, because they don't have any case file from these people. I don't know the game they are playing. So but they still went to the civil court and still filed it though, and got an approval for representation. So, but the military court where they are supposed to be taken to did not approve their application for representation. So we are at least have that. But La République will not allow. They say there's no case file yet, so they will not allow our lawyers to even see them. So we have discovered that when we start pursuing these people legally, we are fighting the wrong fight. In as much as we want to be in court and show support and solidarity, we have to change the strategy. So now we discover that if we can have a lawyer coming from America and a lawyer coming from Nigeria to Cameroon, even if they block everything, those lawyers can do a press conference and they will not be arrested.
Right.
Today, even the lawyers are scared for their life. They might allow them represent them in court, but they will not sleep well at night in wherever they are going to. That's the truth. That's what this gangster regime has become. So we are pressing we are entering into other avenues to make sure that we make the fight exactly what it is, a political fight. It is not a legal one. For them to have been abducted from Nigeria and sent to Cameroon without any extradition treaty, without regard to any international law, it is only going to be a political fight that will free them. So we are putting in place, we are doing some legal representation to make sure that if that is what is needed, let them have it. But we are also majoring on the political solutions to put pressure on this illegal government of La République to release them.
Okay. Please make sure the reason why the interim president is here is to raise money for MyTripToBuea. MyTripToBuea. And this is not just a show that he wants to answer questions that people worry about. Mm-hmm. Even though we are taking questions that people who are worried about things that are happening, but this is to strictly raise money for MyTripToBuea. So please make sure you text the MyTripToBuea, one word, to 4144. 4144, and also go to www.mytriptobuea.com. We have one call. Ambomu Live. Hello? Yes, Ambomu Live.
If you have paid your own, just tell me so I'll be encouraged that I didn't waste my time today.
Hello?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Hello.
Yeah. Go ahead, sir.
I'm calling from Cameroon, from Ambazonia.
Great.
I have something that has been worrying me.
Yes.
And I wish to refer it to the interim president.
Mm-hmm.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead, sir.
Five. I wish to refer it. Okay. I wish to ask Mr. President, that actually the groups, the various groups, they say the interim government is the overall.
Yes.
Like they say, is the overall fear of the whole fractions that are happening. Because for me, I think talking about the MyTripToBuea, that the factions have not come together actually in reality. So under a headman, that I think he's talking about like giving like an illustration. So what confidence do we really have to be sure that tomorrow we are not going to become rivals among our own very self? Since we are not solving at the base that everybody, say the various groups that exist, have come to one understanding and have submitted under the president himself that he can know that yes, the government, which we know that already exists, we have the defense sector, we have the economic sector, and they all are answerable to one person.
Okay.
So I just want to have a response to
all right.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. I think you answered that question already. But if there's something, you just go ahead and just give it in like 30 seconds so we can take another caller and try to round up. And
I just want to assure you that when it comes to self-defense, there is more than 80 to 90% that came together and they agreed come together. I shared my burden to them. I said, why don't you come together so that the people of Ambazonia can support you in a meaningful way? And they have done so. And I'm believing that the rest will join. Some people only join when they see success. Some people join when their fears are seems to be they are allayed. So they will have to join at several other times. But if the majority have come together, don't crucify the minority. Some will follow. Some will start a thing. So that's what I know. We are all on the right foot.
All right. Ambomu Live.
Yeah, Ambomu.
Yes, bless. Where have you been?
Yeah, I'm back first.
I'm back first, my brother. Who said hi, Loso?
Yeah, sometimes it's good to stand and observe and reflect more so that you can skip. I want to greet my excellency, and I want also to actually call attention of something to everyone, not just to us, that actually I'm so encouraged with the project that we have at hand, but many things are discouraging people. When you even try to call the attention of people, they talk about the past. In the past, we really fought day and night to contribute for many things which up to date we have no results. We can talk about the law firm. We can talk about the issue of mismanagement that happened with the IG. And then it was just turned, and up to date, we don't have any explanation about that. So how will the interim IG assure Ambazonians that actually the money that we will pay, it will go much to do what it was being meant for? Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Bless.
You know, mismanagement or allegations of mismanagement, they happen everywhere. Anybody who tell you about some allegations of mismanagement, ask him, say, where are you? Where do you belong? Have there been allegations of mismanagement where you are? The answer is a yes. If he says no, then he's a liar. So the allegations of mismanagement everywhere. In fact, some people don't even have allegations of mismanagement because they don't even have any form of control. They don't have no audit. They don't have no control whatsoever. They are all father and sons enterprise, and nobody controls them. They do as they like. So they might never even talk of any allegation of misappropriation. But in a government where there is accountability and there are structures in place where there are checks and balances, such allegations are things that can always happen. But the problem is, it's not whether they happen, but how are they handled? Are they just cleared away with the back of the hand as nothing happened and business as usual? No, they are handled today, structures that were there, Skapak is no more the treasurer of Ambazonia. Why? Those are actions that have been taken. And a lot of things have changed. In fact, for the time being that I've been here on this seat, I have just been changing, replacing, scrapping, and putting new structures in place. Some people have worked enough, so they have been tested. And if you can put them aside, because of what they cannot do effectively, it's understood. But when you are starting something, you don't know who can do what. So you can take everybody together. Within a short while, you start discovering that this is not good in this can do well, this other one can do well. So there is a time of cleaning up. I think the government is so young that you do not expect them to start with all the right people, all the right things, and everything in its place. So the problem is when there are such allegations, how are they handled? And one of the ways I can tell you is that a lot of house cleaning took place. I'm not saying that some people, this is not an indictment to anybody, but there are things that I even just decided to throw away because of the cloud. Because of the cloud, which I don't really know, I cannot see the bottom. I don't know exactly what happened, but in order to regain the confidence of the people of Ambazonia, I scrap it off. I'm not saying I scrap off Skapak because it was bad or the allegations were true. But when I saw a cloud around it, and the people of Ambazonia want to get answers that they might not be able to get, and we don't want to dig into old graves and bring our skeletons, I scrap it off. And so I put it aside, even as it had been decided from the Fourth Conclave that it was not implemented. So let it go aside. So you discover that we have put in structures in place. Yesterday, there were a lot of money here and there, many people. You know that when a revolution starts, for example, you can register Ambomu Live and say it belongs to La Republique. It belongs to certain Cameroon. You are doing a good job, right?
Right.
After some time, the movement has grown, but you still see yourself as the founder of that thing, which you did on behalf of the people of Cameroon. So there must be a transition where you hand over that thing to the people who actually own it. And that must be documentary, must be legal and other things like that. So that transition, a lot of difficulties are involved. But I have done a lot of work, which I cannot say here, to make sure that we have the right pegs in the right places, and to assure the people of Ambazonia. To even make it clearer for you, I decided that there's a different bank account. I decided that even the website will be different. It will not be doing government business as usual, because the objectives we want now is not just to promote government as usual, but to do what we have to do now, so that we sleep and wake up the next morning, the game has changed, and we can already be making our luggages to get to Buea. That is exactly why I came up with this appeal. And I can assure you that there's no dollar of any amount you give now under my watch that will not be accounted for, whether it is for the running of the government or if for the projects and the strategies that we need to put in place to accelerate our arrival in Buea.
All right. Ambomu Live.
Good afternoon.
Hello.
Yeah, this is Jennifer. I was calling. I just want to say hello to Comrade Sako.
Jennifer.
Yes.
Okay. So before you say something, certain things was addressed, and I would like for us to be very, very cordial, respectful. Or I know you. I know you're not.
I'm very respectful person.
So let's.
This is not the beginning. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yes, no, I respect his dedication to the struggle, number one. I have been watching Dr. Common Sense since he was Dr. Common Sense, and I respect his dedication to the people. One thing, I'm on the call right now because I want to plead and say I was elected to be the art chair for a reason. I am one of the most new in the struggle. I belong to no group. I'm accountable to the people of Southern Cameroon. So I have honestly make an honest research. I've talked to some bloggers because I need to speak with Comrade Sako. His Excellency Sisiku, because it is important that the two parties that I'm standing in the middle of have some conversation for the sake of our people on the ground. I don't know what might have transpired in the past, but I will really want to reach out openly on this platform. Ambomu, I've been on your family forever. You know me.
Yes, I do.
Yes, I am reaching out. I am somebody that would say, we can all go to Buea. Leave me where I am right now as long as my people are free. I don't need nothing ahead of me. I just want to see this thing work. And what it is now, we cannot ignore that there is some grief. And I really applaud you for saying you've cut off some of the things you've talked about. But those are some of the things that have not been publicized, and the other side might be still grieving. Or some people who are not in the IG or the will be grieving. So I appreciate you for coming out and saying that. On another note, please, let's talk. And I'm standing in the middle. I am not your enemy. I am no one's enemy. For the sake of Ambazonia, the sake of Ambazonia, the two camps, please, I am begging you people like a mother. My children need to have a home. Begging all of you as a wife. We need to make sure this thing succeeds. We will keep all egos aside. Please. I appreciate you for bending backwards. Anybody that might have offended you in the past, but let's start and talk.
Jennifer, are you guys ready to get into a room and just talk?
I
this
am,
thing and merge?
like I said, I wasn't here before. I am here. And if it doesn't work, I will say it didn't work and I tried my best. I am here. I am
well,
here for the
this
people.
should be done for the sake of Ambazonia, and you know the hashtag here, Ambazonia first.
Ambazonia first.
So,
I am an Ambazonian first person, and I would say it today. I appreciate him. I just want everyone to be on some type of the same page. You might not agree on everything, but for the sake of the people is what matters, and we cannot say those people are grieving. They don't want to join the government, forget about them. Those other ones who have the government and they're already moving forward, let them just keep moving. Let's try something else. Let's keep moving on one page, but let's talk.
all right. Is there anything you want to say? Just stay on the phone for a second.
That has been my method since. I don't know, sometimes when you say some things, some people say those are the words, we heard those before. But that has been my motto, that has been my practice. That will be my practice. Because I know I have a way of looking at it, see beyond the now. I told my friend, other fellow leaders, I told them that we better find a way to meet now, or we'll meet in Buea. So if we can learn how to meet now, collaboration will become part of our lifestyle, and we'll be able to do better and probably even make our job shorter.
I have spoken to every single leader, Dr. Sisiku, except you. I will please want to have a conversation. Please, just give me a minute of it. I've spoken to every single leader. Yeah. And we have to try. I want to try to put myself as an mediator. If it doesn't work, I'm the most neutral person in the struggle. I belong to no group, no team. I advocate for the people before the struggle and now. So please.
All right. Thank you very much,
Thank you very
Ms.
much.
Jennifer. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too.
Mm-hmm.
Bye. All right. I have the chance of taking two more calls. Two people, just two more calls. Ambomu Live. Hello?
Ambomu Live.
Yes.
Ambazonia first.
Ambazonia first, my brother.
Agent Jack Buea on Ground Zero, Meme County.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Greet Your Excellency, Dr. Sisiku. My brother, what I want people to understand is that as concerning this fundraising stuff, it is a very good idea. But the truth is that you people out there should know that most of these funds are not reaching the people who are creating impact on ground zero. I am in this Meme County. What I saw with my own eyes firsthand yesterday at Ekombe, I've never seen even on American movies, the type of ammunition that La Republique is using to engage our boys. Look, most of you out there will be ashamed if you come on ground zero to see those who are defending homeland. The eldest of them is not up to 25 years. Most of them have not even been to secondary schools. But what they are doing on ground zero is more than all this fighting one another over there. Look, these guys are defending homeland, but aid is not coming directly to them. I saw things, most of them have resulted in to asking funds from even the locals because they don't have a means of surviving. Things are rough. They are in the bush. Look at now. This is the rainy season. This rain that is falling like that is falling on their head. When they are even shoes, they do. Most of them are with Sanko, with Selpas, but they are still defending homeland. But people are out there making a lot of noise on televisions and things like that. That they are sending help, but of which the help is not coming on ground zero. If you people come on ground zero, you will be ashamed to see those who are creating this impact. I saw things for myself yesterday, but we are still making sure that we make homeland ungovernable for La Republique. Please let people come together and let these funds be directed to the right people who are feeling the impact on ground zero. Okay. That is what I just tell you.
All right. Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you. Thank you.
I want to assure you that when the defense group came together, those were the concerns. Because those were the concerns. And a lot of things have been, when that document is online from tomorrow, you can read it. It's about 4 or 5 pages. So you will read it and you see a lot was decided upon. I hope I'll have to glean that document to make sure that there are no compromising information we're putting out there before they publish it. But you are going to see that this is a problem that shall be adequately addressed. It shall be by that platform. Now there will be nobody scheming from one group to another, telling lies here and jumping and going to the other group. So all those false claims will come to an end. And any commander, let me not say it. See, that problem shall be solved, period. Because it's not only the IG's oversight, but the platform itself, we exercise oversight over its own members. So I can assure you that problem shall be solved.
All right. I just want to remind people that the IG is here, the interim president is here to raise money. So while we are saying at what we are saying, we should be making sure that we are making contributions in MyTripToBuea.com, MyTripToBuea.com. Log in there and make a donation, or text the word as one word, MyTripToBuea, to the number 4144 to be able to make donations.
Nobody has called. One person called me that has made a donation.
Yeah, right.
Nobody's calling me. I hope you are donating, because that's why I came here, to appeal to you, to answer your questions, to clear your doubts. Make sure that you give us what we need and need now.
Right, right. And as we are winding down with time, is there anything that you want to just really, really iron out before we get ready to get out of here?
The only thing I would say is that this is not a group call. Anybody who has Ambazonia at heart and who wants freedom now, who wants the best of strategies to be put on the table and to be implemented now, so that we get to Buea right there now, so that we can get to Buea right now, make sure you make a donation. This is a tax season, right? For those who are in the Americas. Please, you can make a donation like you have never done before. Remember, don't just buy things for children and other things like that. You forget to redeem Ground Zero, because as we speak, that hundreds and thousands desperate are dying. We have to change the game and free our land and go. I'm imagining that day we shall all be in Buea, And it shouldn't be far. It should be now, because what we need to do, we can do it now. And the resources are not for those who think that we should pledge our resources and go and mortgage our resources. If we have this one that I'm asking for, I know what I need next for me to bring me and my administration to bring you, to deliver you a nation, Southern Cameroon, all for ourselves, without debts, without mortgaging our everything. So please, you have this opportunity. You have this opportunity. It is your time. Make that contribution. Make it now to www.MyTripToBuea.com.
All right. I'll just take one more call. Just because I've been just blowing the phone lines up. I'll take one more call, 304-941-5719. In that case, what is being done? I'll just ask you one more question while we wait for a call. What is being done to make sure that the ghost towns and this school boycott is still holding tight as we go forward with My Trip to Buea?
Yeah, the ghost towns are still going on, but in certain places where it's a fight, where the administrators, the local administrators and the police and everything, they are working day and night to make sure that our strategies don't work. In some places, you will see that the administrators using their own methods, they are weakening the resolve of the people to fit in as part of their strike. But in other places, it's a ghost for 24 hours, 7 days a week, because of what has happened there. Because there's no, even if you say you beg somebody, pay him to send his child to school, the child will not go to school because of what is happening there.
Right.
So there is escalation, and it is not the same in every place. The one thing I know, whether you find ghost town effective in a place or not, there is one thing that has remained constant. I should say has even aggravated. It's our resolve to get to Buea. That's not changed.
That's true. Ambomu Live, you last caller. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Yes, you're the last caller. Go ahead.
Hello. Hi. This is Mula Wonja from the UK.
Hey.
Hey. Yeah, Mula.
Yes. This is Mula calling.
Yeah.
First of all, let me be very fast. I want to thank His Excellency Mula Sakuro Samuel for his doing. I want everybody to listen, and we should be working as a team to help and put a lot of force and finance to support this struggle.
Yes.
That's the only way forward.
Yes.
There's no need to create groups and disintegrate for the struggle. We should work like one to win this struggle as quick as possible. What he has done one of the greatest things to have that knowledge to bring people together. Those who don't want to come together, then they don't want to go to Buea, as we are claiming.
Right.
Those who want to come together means they want to go to Buea as quick as possible. There's no point for we having a lot of division. We have suffered a lot. 2 years fighting, people are dying there every day. Let's not forget the people back home.
Yes.
I listened to what that boy said, the last guy who spoke to from Cameroon in Meme division. You know what is happening? All the money they're gathering, most of the money must go to the ground zero. That is where the battle is. We don't need the money here. We don't need it.
Right.
They need the money.
Right.
Exactly.
So we should, I want everybody, all Southern Cameroonians to listen. Any money we're contributing, most of the money should go to the defense people till we have a way forward.
Exactly.
All right.
That's why I pledge my £1,000 for the struggle. for the way trip to Buea. So everybody should do something very great. This is not.
You have applause here, sir. You have applause here. 1,000 pounds. That's a lot of money. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So I want to congratulate Mullah, His Excellency, is everything. Sako, for his great job, doctor, everything.
Thank you.
So thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Very, very great way to end, to take the last caller. 1,000 pounds contributed.
Yeah.
Great, very, very great way. Anything you have to say to that before I'll let you go, because you're very busy, man.
Yeah, I want to assure everybody on Ground Zero listening to me now. Take this word and record it. And then after a while, ask me again if it's not done. Because I will do everything humanly possible for me to make sure that every help that is destined for Ground Zero, you get it. Because that's the pain I carry in my heart. Because that's the pain that takes sleep away from me. So the people in the diaspora are just going to be agents that you guys on the ground must accredit them. And if they don't pass your test in terms of efficiency and doing what you need to do, we hear from you and we take them out. No one is beyond firing anywhere. And that's what I told the groups. If anybody is representing anybody in this group and the people on the ground are saying we are not seeing what it says is doing for us, representing us, they will fire. The group should be able to fire that person.
Right.
So I want to assure you, and this is my covenant with you, it will never begin as usual again for any of them. As far as we are coming to work together, there will be accountability. There will be coordination. People cannot do things, take away that which belongs to Ground Zero and still continue there. I'd say they are representing Ground Zero. And that's why you must be wary of anybody who doesn't want to belong to a place where he can be accountable or held accountable.
Right. All right. On that note, thank you very much for watching. My name is Ambomu, and this is Ambomu Live. Make sure that you be on the lookout for our website that we are going to launch and other things that is coming up. If you want some really good food, we have a chef that is going to be advertising with us. Make sure, before you go, make sure that you text the word MyTripToBuea to this number 4144 to be able to make contribution. You heard the last caller made a 1,000 pounds contribution. Go to MyTripToBuea.com to make your contributions. And also, please support the movement. Make sure you always put Ambazonia first. And thank you very much for watching. My name is Ambomu, and this is Ambomu Live. And we had the pleasure of the what's the word? The honor to be in our presence, the president. Thank you very much for watching. Is there anything you want to say before?
Please just share that link. Find it wherever it is. Share it on your pages, on your forums. Share it now. Somebody will be moved. Share the link. Share this link of this what we have just had today. This program with Ambomu. Share it. Continue to share it, because even after we are done, those people who go there will still hear the information and they will give. And a luta continua.
Thank you. All right. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Ambomu, and this is Ambomu Live. I'll see you guys next week. You guys have a great weekend. I'm sorry I couldn't just shout out or just make sure that I get to everybody or get to the phone. But thank you very much for watching, and make sure you make your contributions, and peace.